Very strange. Okay, resetting the stage. Alright, let's start our class. I'm going to go ahead and get on the bike. Let's adjust our resistance so it's extremely light. I see your hair. So I have my resistance on very light, and I'm just sitting up and letting my shoulders and arms hang down to the side as I pedal very slowly. Letting my vertebrae stack and noticing my weight all into the saddle now. Taking some deep breaths with my belly. Let's come to our handlebars. Keeping the shoulders away from the ears, and arms slightly bent, just rest your hands on the handlebars. And let's slowly bring our leg speed up. Let's go for 85 to 90 RPM with light resistance. Practice right now, just keeping those hips a little fluid. We're trying to feel the warmth come into the muscles. We're trying to feel the suppleness come into the legs. We're trying to settle ourselves on the bike. Let's reach down, add just a little bit of resistance. Hold your 80 to 90 RPM. What we want to do now is notice how the legs start feeling better. Notice how the breath starts picking up. Feel the looseness in the joints come through the hips, the knees. Keeping your resistance very light. Let's go ahead and bring our leg speed up to around 100 RPM. And this, of course, is when the hips want to start to bounce a little bit. And we really want to focus on stitching this full circle together, using our muscles. And now slow your legs back down to around 90 RPM or so. See what effect that had on your breathing. I'm going to sit up. I'm going to now align my legs to the rhythm of the music. And take a few deep breaths as you do that. Let's come down to our handlebars and add in some resistance. And let's make it so it challenges the muscles now. Not really hard challenge, but enough that you feel the engagement, enough that you feel the hips having to push you over the top a little bit. You can definitely feel that scraping through the bottom. That's how we put together a beautiful full circle pedal stroke. Okay, slowing your legs down. Shake out your arms, release the tension in your shoulders. Feel that pull in the neck muscles there as you let your arms just hang to the side. Bringing our leg speed up to match this song right here, leaving the resistance where it was before. I want you to imagine now in your mind that we're on a very gradual hill. It's not the kind of hill where you have to really dig in. You feel it, and pedaling at this pace brings your heart rate up. And we're feeling the change in the muscles of the legs as they become warm. For the last 40 seconds or so, let's make it into a hill that feels challenging, one that you really do have to dig into. Notice what happens in the hips as you do that. A little bit uncomfortable, right? But we're only sitting here a few more seconds. Now back down to light resistance. Again, take a few seconds to align your body to the rhythm of the music. to the handlebars now. Ease on into another hill. This will be another short one. You just want to get that work into the muscles, get that heart rate up. You notice I have my hands in the middle here. I always do that when I'm in a hill. And for the first time today, we're going to stand up into extra heavy resistance. So make sure you add it to the point where you struggle to pedal seated and then rise up nice and tall into it, driving it with your weight. In 3, 2, 1. Crank it. And rise into it. Come on back to light resistance. Keep your legs at 90 RPM or so. Let that discomfort in the muscles dissipate as you hold this light resistance at around 90 RPM. It'll go away. It's fun to pay attention to. I had pretty strong discomfort in the muscles of the legs in that standing piece. I'm just now allowing it to go away as I hold this 90 RPM. Feel the warmth in my body for sure now. Just a little bit of sweat now. Let's add in some resistance. It now feels like you're on a flat road, working hard. Hold your 90 RPM, but just add resistance in so that it feels challenging and begins to drive your heart rate up again. I'm doing everything I can now just to keep my shoulders relaxed, my arms relaxed. I can feel my belly expanding as I breathe. Stay right here with me. We're going to transition from this flat road into a climb without any break. We're going to do that by slowing the legs to match this rhythm of the song that's come on and adding resistance. In 3, in 2, and 1. Slow, add. So equal or more amount of work being done, just at a different combination of resistance and cadence. you have a computer, you can use your power output to observe that. We're going to stand up in 3 and 2, 1. Crank the resistance, rise into it, hold the rhythm. In 3 and 2 and 1. Come on back to light resistance. Pedal easy for a second. Might be a good time right now to put a number on your breathing. 1 to 10, 1, completely normal, at rest breathing. 10, completely out of breath, can't speak. Take this chance to align your legs with the rhythm, keeping your resistance light. For the next minute and a half, let's bring resistance in that we don't feel like we could hold for 5 minutes. So at this point, we're at extreme output. Notice what that does to your breathing and your heart rate, how your muscles feel. Tension is creeping into the body anywhere. Just see if you can relax and breathe. Dial it back to light resistance. Let your legs find this rhythm. Quite easy to find this one. We're going to do an extended flat road piece, dial in resistance. Now that feels as if we're on a flat road, moving along quite quickly. A little bit of a slow cadence for flat road, but we might use this cadence if there's a strong headwind. So you can imagine that. As if you were to stop pedaling, you would quickly come to a stop with the wind coming at you. Let's just settle into this. If it's comfortable for you, you can close your eyes. breath is slowly increasing. At this point, we're not gasping. We're still able to turn this rhythm, but we feel the effort required. For the last minute or so, I'm going to add a little bit. I'm going to increase my workload, knowing there's only less than a minute. But this whole time I'm working on making beautiful circles, feeling the hips, I'm noticing the quads, I'm pulling through the bottom. I'm really paying attention to the pedal stroke. Now we reduce our resistance, stay up at around 85 to 90 RPM. And let's spin that discomfort out of the legs again. This time with light resistance. Just turning. We're going to do 20 seconds on a flat road, as fast as we can make the bike move. And remember, speed is about gearing. So we're going to hold this 90 RPM or so, but put in a gear that makes our bike go really fast at this cadence. And it's going to be a struggle. Let's make it so at the end of 20 seconds you're going, I'm not sure I was able to hold this cadence anymore. Alright, so settle yourself into your position. Be aware of your body, its orientation, its posture. In 3, and 2, and 1. Add that gear. 20 seconds right here. And dial it on back. Good, let's take some water. I love those kinds of efforts. Gets us in touch with kind of what I call the edge. Just the edge of our abilities, or edge of our minds to stay with a hard effort. And in doing that, we learn about ourselves. Go ahead, do what I'm doing. Get your rhythm to match this song. Light resistance, you can sit up like I am. Just practice letting your shoulders fall again. Practice letting your arms hang freely. Your heart rate should have recovered a little bit. I'm going to bring in a little more resistance now because I've allowed my heart rate to recover. So I've added some that now feels like wind in my face again. Not a hill. Wind in my face. That's probably too much. I think I got too close to a hill. Yeah, this is perfect. idea is that we went out of active recovery there, back into low-level work. Just stay at this rhythm for now. Okay, you ready for a more extended hill? Bring it in. Feel the hips start to push over the top. In some ways, I like for us to de-emphasize the quads, because I think in a lot of indoor cycling classes, the quads are overemphasized. It becomes a stair-stepping motion. Stomping down on the pedals. I'd like for us to think of it instead as stitching together a circle. Heart rate's coming up. I can feel the breathing's picking up. Notice where my hands are. I'm going to make my hill a little steeper now. We have maybe a minute left in this hill. We're going to stand up one time in about 30 seconds. All of those of you who are new to us, remember when we stand, we add massive resistance to the point where we have to stand onto the pedals. To let your body weight work for you as you drop into the pedal stroke. 3, 2, 1. Add that resistance. Keep the hands light. Chest is high. All right, come back down. Release your tension. As you can tell, that last series got my breath up to 8 or 9. I'm keeping my legs going. I'm coming back to my handlebars. I'm going to get about 90 RPM. Even though my legs are tired right now. I'm going to use this opportunity to pay attention to the legs recovering. I've got resistance on that feels like I'm in a gear on a bike where I'm moving pretty well, but it's not a struggle or anything like that. I'm just not in active recovery. Low level work. Allowing that transformation to happen in my muscles from that hard climb. So in a way, we're stitching together these efforts, yeah? And that's when you know you're in really good shape on the bike, when you can climb along steep hill, get to the top, turn right or left, and then shift into a gear and move pretty quickly along the flat part, rather than collapsing at the top, which I've done on occasion, or near done. You might notice after that hill your pedal stroke feels blocky. are chunky. So we're trying to bring that smoothness and suppleness back in. And I can feel that smoothness coming back now. I'm bringing in a harder gear. So I've just increased my speed on the bike even though I kept the same rhythm, same cadence. I just went click, click, maybe 2 shifts. Together, let's tune into our bodies. Starting with your neck. Is it relaxed and loose? Is it aligned with the rest of your spine? Or are you hanging down? Or are you arched up? Nice alignment between the neck and the rest of the spine. Check in with your shoulders. Is your belly expanding as you breathe? We were talking about the smoothness of fluidity in the legs. Mine is returned now. Pedal stroke feels much less chunky and blocky now. So I'm going to add another gear. And this is a gear that to me feels like work. But I could stay here a while. You know, like if I stayed here 15 minutes, my legs would really be hurting. I'd be really out of breath. But I could do it. Pretty sure of that. And right now I'm doing my best just to stay focused on my breathing and my posture. Staying at this rhythm. As I said, 15 minutes would be a challenge with this, so because of that, I'm starting to feel it now. This was not easy at the start. Feel the sweat increasing. Steady-state efforts can be so beautiful and meditative. Always practice doing your body scan, just as a way of being present in your body. How much weight is on your hands right now? We've got maybe 50 seconds left. I'm going to add a little resistance. As if I shifted just a very small amount of gear in. When I tell you accelerate. In 3, 2, 1. Accelerate up to 100 or maybe a little above. And now reduce your resistance, slow it way down. And now we're into cool down mode. We're pedaling very slowly. Very light resistance, and we're intentionally lowering heart rate. And the breath is slow. Paying attention now. My breath is slowing. I'm putting it on a scale 1 to 10, and I can notice now it's well down from where it was. If you can't, take a little more resistance out. The goal here is to just take the work out of the legs, which then causes your heart and breathing to slow down because they don't have to deliver blood containing oxygen, taking away the carbon dioxide to and from the muscles. So we're intentionally doing this. We're going to come straight into a calf stretch. So come up with your legs at 3, your feet at 3 and 9 o'clock. And just drop your heels. Feel that stretch in the calves. And then rotate your back foot to the front. Again, just drop your heels. Stretch your quads by pulling back like this, 20-30 seconds each leg, and then stretch your hamstrings using the handlebars of the seat or the top bar of the bike. I'll leave the music going for you as you stretch, drink your water, and we'll see you next time.